everyone, hope you enjoyed that little bit of intro music. Back to life. Oh, do you know what? Who was it by? Soul to Soul. So I probably copyright infringed again, but hey, anyway. I wasn't going to do a video today, but I started doing something and thought I'll do a video. I'm just going to put my hair up because I should have done that before. La, la, la. Let me move away from the food. Yes, I've got food already. Today I'm making meatballs. Homemade meatballs with a nice homemade tomato sauce. Can't make the meatballs yet because the mince hasn't defrosted. So I might do that as a second video because otherwise I have to pause it and then I forget and then I just go whatever. So anyway, I'm not going to do all the preparation like the chopping up in the video because that's just really boring. What's the point? Oh, by the way, apologies for the video quality, the grainy quality. I'm going to have to do it on my tablet. It hasn't got a brilliant camera because my phone at the minute will only charge if I turn it off, which is a bit rubbish. So the battery's pretty dead, so I've had to turn it off, so I can't use that camera, so it's charging. But anyway, this is all very boring. Might get some storms today. Hope so. I like a good old storm. So anyway, in here, look at that. This is a baking tray, and in there we have I've 2 medium sliced onions. There is a red pepper. You can use any colour pepper you like. I'm not a big fan of green peppers, a bit bitter. So I kind of try to use red or yellow. So a red pepper in there, just sliced. There are 2 courgettes that I've halved and sliced. Only because if you leave them big like that, your 10-year-old's more likely going to spot it and go, oh, what's that, blah 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 blah. But if you can make it a bit smaller, they probably won't notice. So hope he doesn't watch this before he eats it. So what I said, onion, pepper, some cherry tomatoes. Well, they're not cherry, they're plum, small plum size tomatoes that I've cut in half, a few of them, some mushrooms. What else? I think that's it as far as the veg goes at the minute. I will be adding herbs, but I'm not going to add those yet because these are going to actually roast. We're going to roast them down really. And if I was to put herbs in there now, they'd probably just burn and they wouldn't be very nice. So in that I've put a great big load of my, do you remember my infused oil? So a load of that, a bit of extra olive oil as well. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit oily, it's fine. And then a really good glug of balsamic vinegar and a bit of salt, tiny bit. I don't tend to normally put a lot of salt in because I like to taste it. I'm just a professional, of course. A really good sprinkling, I would say at least a dessert spoon, if not a little bit more, of smoked paprika. I prefer smoke. I like all paprika, but I prefer smoked paprika. So I've done that. I said the balsamic, haven't I? Yes. So at this point, this is going to go in an oven. I've got it on at about 160. You want it quite hot, so I might even turn it up a bit because you just want to slow roast this, and this will all roast down and it'll caramelise. And then to that, but we'll do that in a bit. So I probably will have to pause it. Yeah, I suppose I'll have to actually. So we're going to roast off these vegetables. I will show you later how to make the meatballs as well. None of my recipes are ever the same. No 2 meatballs ever taste the same. I like a bit of variety with my meatballs. Tomato sauce is normally pretty much the same, but I don't always add courgette. Sometimes I add other things. So anyway, that's going to go into an oven. So look at that. It smells really yummy. So I'm going to put that in the oven. Sound effects. Door opening. Woo! Glass. Pop that in. There's no set time really. I just check it, and if it reduces down, don't add any more oil to give it a good stir, and then we'll start adding liquid. Normally a bit of red wine, tin of chopped tomatoes, a bit of tomato puree, herbs, and so on and so forth. I don't even know, I've got a story. No, I told you about Zach going on his Tudor thing. Well, he went off, we had no tantrums. In fact, I think he was quite happy to dress up as a Tudor after all that, really. I just told him he looked handsome. As soon as I say that, he's happy, so... So I've been to work today. We didn't practice the maypole dance today. We've got maypole dancing on Friday and our summer fete at school. All welcome, come along. Maypole. Now that's a tradition that sometimes I just wish I'd just... No, it's nice. I think it's nice that we have a traditional thing like maypole dancing. Trying to teach 4 and 5-year-olds some of those skipping moves. Oh, it'll all work out in the end. It always does. Oh, I'm sure I just heard a bit of a noise upstairs. I think it's Doris. She sometimes just goes upstairs and goes to sleep on one of the beds. We're not very strict with her. In fact, we're not really strict at all, actually. She normally gets under our duvet. Right, okay, well, I'll have a little think of something else to talk about. Just give me some suggestions of what I can do, you know. I'm not bored of cooking, but I'm a little bit. So anything else I can do. I can't do things like gymnastics or anything like that. I'm not very good at jokes. Ask me to make something. Not cook it, make something. Give me an object that I've got to make something out of. Not like, nothing big, like a car wheel or anything, you know, like a washing and liquid bottle. Plastic cup. Just come on, whatever. Right, okay, I'm going to pause now and we'll be back when our lovely tomato sauce mixture has cooked down and then we'll have the next stage. Bye. Cleavage, isn't it? It's not ready yet. I just thought I'd do a little interlude. Although the telly's on, I don't really watch it during the day. I don't know why it's on actually. That Doctor's, I've never quite got it. Anyway, I was just looking on my bookshelf in the library. The shelves in the corner of the room. And I just found this book. I don't know where I got it from. I think I got it from a charity shop, because it's got a charity shop label on the back. And it has got an offensive word on it. Well, not that offensive really. But I wonder if I should cover it up. I'm not going to, because it's not said in a bad contents. It's not like saying, oh, don't watch my videos because I think you're a pile of beep. Yeah, that could be anything, couldn't it? Begins with S. Oh, I'll just show it to you. Anyway, it's just a book at the end of the day. Oh, is that back to front? Oh, there you go. It's not so bad. Is that back to front? Old Beep's Almanac. Another word for the poo. And it's just a book full of silly things, and I might give you out some of the topics, and you can choose one, and I'll read you out some interesting facts. The one I've picked is, where are we? Fascinating facts about vegetables. So I just thought to pass the time, I'll give you a couple of little. I don't think there's that many actually. So, asparagus was the first frozen food to go on sale in Britain. I don't actually believe that. It's got to have been the pea, surely. Frozen peas must be. Asparagus? I don't like asparagus frozen. It just goes a bit too floppy. I like mine. Firm. Al dente. Al dente? Al dente. Broccoli. Now this is, I'm sorry, someone needs to Google this. Broccoli has a nervous system and experts believe that it feels pain. Pretty sad actually, isn't it? The potato belongs to the same family as deadly nightshade. The ancient Egyptians believed that mixing half an onion with beer foam would keep death at bay. Beer foam. Oh, have a healthy lifestyle. It's far easier. The Jerusalem artichoke is actually a native of North America. It takes more calories to eat a stick of celery than the celery itself contains. When potatoes were first introduced to Europe in the 17th century, they were blamed for outbreaks of leprosy and syphilis. Syphilis. I always get that mixed up with that little fruit. That pointless fruit. That round, or like a mini orange that's got like a case around it, and they put it on cakes to make it look nice. But have you ever tried one? I'm sure that's the one that's really bitter. Syphilis? It's definitely not syphilis. It's a syphilis. Physicist. Instead of a gold medal, the ancient Greeks awarded a stick of celery to their sporting champions. I can remember when I used to go to Chelsea. I'm a Chelsea fan, by the way. Come on, you Blues. I used to be a club member, and I used to go to all the home and away matches, and there was a certain song that I'm not going to sing on here because it's a little bit rude, but it involved celery and a woman. It's not as bad as you think. Just Google the celery sung by Chelsea fans. Anyway, that's it. So, I will give you a couple of the other topics, and if you want to comment below, and I'll give you some fascinating facts. I'm just going to pick a few. That's a bit cleavagey, isn't it? Let's see. The rudest cities in the world. Foods that haven't yet been ruled unsafe to eat. Some people who Sir Paul McCartney probably didn't get a card from on his 64th birthday. I wouldn't have sent him one. I don't like him. I don't know. You don't get these people. There's someone else. I think Ringo Starr's the same. He's not very... Oh no, maybe I shouldn't say that. I wonder if he'll send people to tell me off. I'm sorry, Ringo and Paul, there's just something about you I don't like. There you go, I've said it. Anyway. An A to Z of song titles featuring girls' names, except for the tricky ones. I don't know what that means. Excuses given by beaten British players at Wimbledon. Genuine questions asked of telephone operators. Popular types of hammer? I don't know what this means, and I'm probably... Roman emperors and their peccadillos. I've heard of a peccadillo. Isn't it a peccadillo pepper? Peter Peck to pick a peck. Anyway, I'm not sure what that means. I'm sorry. But that's it. Anyway, I'm going to pause again, and hopefully next time you see me, our sauce will be ready for the next stage. I keep saying that. I'm going to have a cup of coffee now. I think I drink a bit too much coffee, actually. I prefer filter coffee. It just takes so long though, doesn't it? Well, it doesn't really. It does, because you have to wait for it to brew and all that. Right, okay, I'll see you in a minute. Bye. And by the way, I forgot to add this in. I buy this. I do get fresh garlic as well, but Morrison sell this frozen crushed garlic. Sometimes it's just really easy. I mean, I'm not bothered about chopping garlic up, but this is easy. So there's 2 little cubes of that. I'm going to put that in with the vegetables. Alright. Welcome back. I've been in the garden weeding between my cracks. For half an hour. I laid some bricks down. We had some bricks. I think we knocked down an old coal shed thing, because we didn't use it. It was a blot on the landscape, so we just knocked it down. I think we had bricks left over. So there's an area of outside. I think I showed you. It's where I'm planting all my mind your own business plant thing. Anyway, so I've just been weeding in between the cracks so I can carry on planting my mind your own business. There you go. No, I've not been on the booze. This is for the recipe. So I would say that's been in good 3/4 of an hour. I haven't mixed it yet, and it's kind of, I don't know if you can see very well. Probably not. It's really cooked down. It's probably about, I don't know, half the volume it was. Not that really matters anyway. Anyway, so into this I'm going to add a tin of chopped tomatoes. It's unbelievable actually. My son Zach doesn't like tomatoes. In fact, he doesn't like tomato sauce anymore. I've got off tomato sauce. Isn't it funny how your tastes change? I just find tomato sauce, I can't even get a bit on my finger. I can't lick it off. I find it just yuck. And now Zach doesn't like it, but now he's discovered brown sauce, which I've got to say is much better. It's just that sweetness. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, and he likes pizzas that have the tomato base, and whenever I make my tomato sauce he likes it. And the amount of tomatoes that are in this, but you won't eat a tomato on its own. Right. I'm guessing we're not going to be putting any pesto in. It's got a bit mouldy. That doesn't annoy me. You keep things in the fridge and they don't last. Anyway, we'll forget about the pesto. We don't need it. We're going to add a good splodge of tomato puree. It's not a waste, honestly. I won this in a raffle. I really like the label. Can you see it? So we're going to put a good glug of that in. This will all cook down and add to the sauce. Right, I know it's, but I'm going to, look, it's a taste, that's all. Just a taste. Cheers. I feel like Keith Floyd. I'll be, Keith, what's the girl's name beginning with K? Keith, like Keith. I don't know. I don't know why I was talking about that anyway. Anyway, cheers. Lovely. Right, we're going to give that a nice stir. Splitting it about a bit. Get all those juices mixed together. Lovely. Right, okay. We're just going to put that to one side. I might put some olives in there as well actually. So I'm going to put that to one side. Now I've picked from the garden. Got a big bunch here. Look at all that. Lovely. It's oregano and some mint. Now you wouldn't think about, normally basil. I don't mind, I know I like basil. I just haven't got any. But I've got loads of oregano. In the garden it just grows. It's lovely. So I've got that and a bit of an unusual addition. A twist again. A bit of mint. I just like a bit of mint in anything really. I like mint. So what I'm going to do is, it's been raining so I'm not going to bother washing it. It'll be alright. I don't use any weed killers or anything. And also I'm not going to take the leaves off the stalks, I'm just chopping the whole lot up. So I'm going to chop all that up. That's a satisfying chopping sound. I'm going to put that in, our sauce. We'll bring that back over. Give that a nice stir. It dries for a nice walk in the woods. Oh, I said that really, but it was nice. We often go up the woods. Right, okay. Now, in my cupboard I've got a jar of green olives. I love olives. I'm not a huge fan of black olives. I prefer green olives. I like the big green olives. I like the big green olives that you get in Nando's. They're huge. Yeah, I just like them. And a bit of oil, garlic, a bit of bread. I'm getting a bit hungry now. So anyway, this is in brine I think. So I'm just going to drain the brine off. We're going to pour, oops, just going to put some in. Zach could probably pick these out. He used to love olives when he was a baby. So about half that jar I reckon will do. Give it another stir. I'm going to give it a taste. because that's what you're going to do if you're a chef. So I'm just going to taste it, see what it needs. I think it needs more paprika. Right, where is it? Oh, there it is. So I'm going to put some more paprika in. What else have we got? No, I think it's a bit of black pepper. Oh, it will be a bit of black pepper. I haven't got a lot left. Look, I'm mumbling a bit today. I'm sorry. Anyway, so let's get on with this. It's taking too long. Mix that all in. You know what I'm going to add? I'm going to cheat a little bit. Because I don't think it's saucy enough. Now, this isn't because it didn't taste nice. Just there's not really enough liquor. So I'm just going to use an Everyday Essentials tomato and herb pasta sauce. It just, I don't know, makes it a bit more saucy. I'm not cheating, honest. I might not even put it all in. That's, I think I'm just going to put that much in. Just, that's better. Right, okay. Now that's going to go back in the oven. Probably for another, I don't know. Well, as long as you want really, until it looks done, tastes good. As soon as it is, you can just leave it. Turn your oven off, leave it in the oven. And then we make our balls. And that's for another episode. I don't know, I might pause it and do that. Oops. Or I might not. So just wait and see, it'll be a surprise. So there is your home, well it's not really ready, but it's nearly. I can't tip it up, what's it on for? Let me just, oh look at that. I don't even have a smell-o-vision. One day it's going to happen, I'm telling you. Well, they do it in cinemas, don't they? Anyway, see you soon for Mrs. P's juicy meatballs. Bye. Hiya! I've got to be really quick because my battery's going to go. So that was Shiny Disco Balls. I played that because it's kind of apt, because we're now going to make meatballs. We're not making Shiny Disco Balls, we're making meatballs. So I'm going to be really quick so my battery's going to go. So in here I've got, it was like 750 grams of mince. Okay, it's not your best steak mince. I like a little bit of fat in my mince. Meaty meats, but very meaty mince in burgers. It's very nice. I find it very dense, quite hard to eat. I like a lot of meats, like with sausages. I won't have anything under 80% pork. Anyway, so in there, I'm going to add, I've got some chopped up chorizo. I like to put chorizo in my meatballs, chopped into little bits. In here, I've chopped up in my little chopper. My little electric chopper, I love it. I've had it for years. Just chops things up, really. Little things, not big things in there. In there I've got 2 small onions and 4 cloves of garlic. Yes, you heard that right, people. 4 cloves of garlic. We'd never be vampires in this house, I'm telling you. Then I'm going to add, again, a bit more smoked paprika. Some black pepper, as much as you want. I'm getting a bit low, but you need a lot really. I like a lot of black pepper. That goes in there. I would say 1, 2. I know it seems a lot, but it needs a lot of seasoning. And also a splodge of mustard. This is just like hot dog mustard. Is that what it says? New York deli style mild. What else shall I put in there? Oh, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go and get some herbs. Should I put herbs in there? I think I am. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry. So I've just been out into my little cottage garden. It's not a cottage though, it's an Aragon Housing Association house. I like to think of it as my little cottage. And I've just picked a bit more oregano. No mint this time, just oregano. got stuck on the knob. So we're going to put that in as well. Just trying to think if it needs anything else. I don't think so. And it's literally now a case, so there we go, that's everything. Getting your hands in. A lot of people put an egg in and some breadcrumbs. Now I do normally in my burgers, but I'm not going to in my meatballs. So literally, oh, let's just get in. There's no point in doing it any other way. You've got to get your hands in. You need to get that really, really mixed together. Oh, try not to spill any. Oh, that mustard give it a nice little kick, I think. Sorry to any vegetarians out there. Tried to be a vegetarian once. Well, I tried quite hard actually. I did it for 6 months. Back in the day then, you didn't have like Linda McCartney meals and corn and that sort of thing. Everything was in a packet. To make vegetarian sausages, you've got this packet of what looked like packet soup powder, and you mix it with water and you made it into sausage. Oh, it was just disgusting. Anyway, our mince is done. That's now going to go in the fridge. I'm just going to have a sniff. Yeah, I like the smell of that. That's going to go in the fridge, and then what we'll do is when our sauce is ready, oh, I've got something in my eye, form them into meatballs, put them in, you don't cook for, a lot of people fry them first, I don't, I put them in there because the oven cooks them and that's really nice. So you form into meatballs, I'll just show you roughly, so I'd say about ball size, golf ball size. Pop them in your sauce. Make sure your sauce doesn't cook down too much. If it's cooked down a lot, you need to add a bit more, I'd say a bit more wine really. Cook it in there. Your meatballs will probably need to cook for about half an hour, 40 minutes. Like I said, it's another case of judging it. I don't mind my meatballs being a bit rare actually. And that's it. What I'll do is I shall do, I'll do another episode when it's finished. Because I won't show you me putting the balls in, there's no point. Why is it certain words just tickle you? Anyway, so that's it really. So put it in the fridge. When your sauce is ready, make it into golf-sized balls. Put your balls in, back in the fridge. You want to turn them a little bit halfway through. So check them once they start browning on top. Turn them over. And normally when they're browned on both sides slightly, I'd say they're done. Cook a bit of spaghetti, a bit of rice, whatever you like really, or just on its own, and get stuck in. Enjoy your balls and your sauce. All homemade, all fresh. I've got to wash my hands before I turn this off, so thanks for joining me again. Look forward to seeing you. I will do a quick one showing you the finished product, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Just got to wash my hands first. La la. Oh, I know what we can do. Let's put that back on. It's still on. See you soon. Bye.